Welcome, Earthlings! From the minds of Dylan Oltoft and Rob the Piano, we bring you Laughing on a Prayer!
Dun da da 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 dun da da. Fuck Chris Chibnall! You fucking cunt! You fucking four-eyed little fucking pussy!
I actually ran out of air there.
Yeah, I know. I hope fucking Chris Chibnall runs out of fucking air, that little bitch.
Why? What did he do?
He fucked up Doctor Who. That's what he fucking did. You fucking heard me, bitch. I'm fucking coming for you.
This is the internet. Well, hello there, everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Which means I can say whatever the fuck I want.
Freedom of speech.
I'm fucking 4 White Claws in and I'm ready to fucking lay down.
Yeah, Rob is white girl drunk. She's outside. Rob, he's outside a walkabout, sitting on the street corner, talking about how no one truly knows him.
Hey, come on, man. Like, I did not expect to be personally attacked that way.
You ever been to a walkabout? I did when I lived in Plymouth. They're shit. Their food is also shit. Kangaroo bird.
You don't know me.
You know what White Claw is known as in Plymouth? A mascara thinner.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't think that Plymouth actually was that cultured to know what White Claw was.
No, to be honest, that's a town where if you've got more teeth than tattoos, you're elected mayor.
Well, I guess I must be the fucking Lord then.
I don't know, you got the Blair Witch there on your arm.
Yeah, but I've only got 2 tattoos, so, I'm eligible.
And there's here me with 3, bitch. Hello there, everybody, and welcome to Laughing on a Prayer, the podcast series. Now, this time we are going to be talking about, well, if you don't know from the opening,
we're going to be talking about fucking
David Bowie!
That bitch fucking Chris fucking Chibnall.
Dance, magic, dance, magic, dance, magic, dance.
Guess what, motherfucker?
Well, there goes any listeners at this point.
Yeah, no. Doctor Who listeners will love to hear us chat shit about Chris Chimpballs.
We're, of course, talking about good old Dr. Boo. Now, me and Rob have extensively watched a lot of Doctor Who over the years, the old and the new. So I think we're both very much qualified to opine on a lot of different segments. And me and Rob are definitely at odds in terms of favourite doctors and doctors that deserve to exist.
Well, yes. I think that might be true.
Fair enough.
Shall
Shall we start with some good old-fashioned questions,
yes.
Doctor Who themed?
Yes. Absolutely.
These are going to be fun. Okay, Rob.
Absolutely should.
You have the TARDIS.
I do.
You are retardis. You have the TARDIS. I'm sorry. You have the TARDIS, but you've managed to fix the little mechanism that keeps it locked on a police box. But the caveat is it could only be one other thing to blend into society, and that's what it'll be permanently. It's not fixed in terms it will always blend into the thing, but you can change it from a police box. What are you going to change it into?
I'm going to change it into a sort of novelty art piece. Like a novelty art sculpture.
Okay, and that's going to look well in the middle of, say, you've gone back to 600 AD Scotland.
Yes. It's going to transform into a novelty art piece sculpture, which is going to be in the form of a massive fucking dick.
So it's Greek.
Yeah, because
right.
Throughout the ages of history, everyone knows that humans find humour in penises.
They are hilarious to look at.
They are hilarious to look, especially mine. because it's so small, and everyone loves to look at dicks, and so you might as well.
Not lesbians.
Well, maybe not lesbians, but
But I bet they'd like to laugh at them.
But exactly. Lesbians could look at my dick and they can laugh at them, and therefore I will have given lesbians humour.
So yours is the giant...
And they will have something to laugh at, which is fine, because I support lesbians. They can laugh at my small penis.
Can I ask, is the sculpture made of marble? Is it stone? Is it ice?
It will most probably be stone, because I'm a cheap bastard, so I'm not really going to spend money on marble. And ice will just obviously melt.
I'd love you as a fucking Time Lord. Your sonic screwdriver would be a sonic pencil.
Well, no, it'll be at least a sonic biro. Okay. But that's the point. That's what.
So how are you going to enter this sculpture? Because this is as we've established, this is the disguise for the TARDIS.
Well, exactly. That's the point. Is that people will look at a sort of dick
in the middle of a field.
Yeah, exactly, and they'll be like, "Yeah, that's kind of funny," and then they'll walk past it.
I can't wait to see some.
Because they'll look at it, they'll laugh, and then they'll walk past it. And they'll take no notice of it. And
you don't think a bunch of
shithead
teenagers are going to try and sit on it to take a picture?
Yeah, but do you remember that little fucking kid in season... the latest season that wrote Bad Wolf on it? He didn't really know what the fuck it was. Okay? The point is, the kids, they can make fun of it. That's fine.
Bad Wolf is a good name for a penis.
But, yeah, exactly. But the point is that essentially it'll be ignored.
Did you enjoy that Bad Wolf thing? As that's what it eventually amounted to?
I enjoyed the music, the Bad Wolf music, and the original music in the Doctor Who's from Eccleston all the way up to Parody. They actually had like solid fucking theme tunes.
Dalek theme was pretty
Dalek
badass.
theme, Cyberman. Even though the Cybermen, not the greatest villains.
I like how the Dalek one starts off so quiet and it gets to get louder and louder.
Yeah, exactly. But they had the theme songs. And that music, Sean Murray, dude, you were fucking on par with fucking...
Zimmer? Hans Zimmer?
No, fucking... wasn't it? Williams guy did fucking Star Wars.
Oh, John Williams.
Yeah, John Williams. You were on par with him because you made a theme song for a iconic Doctor Who villain.
He makes these plunger whisk-bearing wheelie bins look intimidating.
Yeah.
That's not easy.
Yeah, just with your music. You are fucking solid.
Okay, so a
100%.
giant stone willy. That's the TARDIS disguise you fixed as opposed to the police box.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
Giant fucking dick.
What do you got for me?
Okay, so here's the thing. Imagine for a moment
a world without warfare. John Lennon's song. Go on.
So you know what Dalek is?
Yes.
Obviously, yeah. Okay. You know what Dalek looks like?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. If you're gonna make one aesthetic change to a Dalek, so an aesthetic thing. No, it doesn't have to be functional, but an aesthetic thing for a Dalek. What would you make?
So I can renovate a Dalek.
Yeah. What would you do?
I kind of like the way the Dalek commander looks. Do you remember the red one? The big red one?
Yeah.
The one that was came downstairs to fucking say, Davros, you're a shithead. I kind of like the way...
Okay, yeah, but what would you do? Because someone's already done that, but what would you do? If you had a Dalek, the sort of gold, not gold, but that sort of Dalek.
Well, firstly, I'm going to replace the plunger and the whisk with a revolver and a Molotov cocktail. Okay.
You goddamn fucking commie!
Yes, everyone gets one equally. It's all redistributed among the masses of Daleks. Daleks are
I see what's going on here.
Daleks are the ultimate communists because they're all equal, aren't they?
Yeah, they're all assholes. And they want to kill everyone that doesn't agree with them. Yeah, no, they are.
Okay, so instead of instead of the plunger and whisk, a revolver and a Molotov cocktail, instead of the one eyepiece, because if that gets shot, they're then just blinded, as we found out. So they're going to have about 8 of those. They're going to be sticking out all throughout the head, but instead of solid little things, they're going to be like Medusa's hair, like snakes. They're going to be tentacles that can look around all over the place. About 8 of those on the head.
Okay, yeah.
They can keep...
So they can look in like a 360 degrees.
Absolutely. They're constantly looking around, all that sort of thing, like a Gorgon's head.
Yeah.
They, instead of the bottom being a flotation, because as we know, they're buoyant ships, they're going to have 8 hydraulic spider legs. They're going to have 8 hydraulic...
Why? Can I ask, why do you think that 8 hydraulic spider legs would be better than hovering?
Because it's cool. Not to mention, because
continue.
As we know, when they use themselves to go...
I'm not going to question your logic. I just want to let you carry on.
When they need to go upstairs, they're like pause and like, oh, okay, time to activate flying and shit. But instead, they can use their hydraulic legs to climb across the wall. Like, it's so much more efficient.
You know that a Dalek can just hover and shit, right?
Yeah, but they have to like activate it, and takes...
And they can fly.
But it doesn't look as intimidating. But giant hydraulic legs. Do you remember at the end?
It's all about the fear.
Yeah. Do you remember at the end of
psychological?
Yeah. Do you remember at the end of Monsters Inc. when the guy is chasing after Sully with his giant spider legs?
Yeah,
imagine a Dalek like that. But instead of he's got a handgun and a Molotov cocktail and giant Gorgon eyes. That's a Dalek. And at the back a cape, because capes.
Oh yeah. No capes.
No, fuck it. Daleks are strong enough to have capes. And at the back, a cape that glows in the dark.
It glows. What colour is that cape gonna be?
Purple.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's my renovated Dalek. The spider legs.
Renovated Dalek.
Gorgon heads, handgun, Molotov cocktail, and a cape.
Handgun, Molotov cocktail.
Yep.
How many Molotov? So they've. Oh, I'm assuming they've only got one.
No, they throw it, and then his arm like retracts inside his body, and it pulls out.
Oh, so they have a stockpile of Molotov cocktails in their Dalek fucking body.
Yeah, it's sort of like a magazine. I'd say there's maybe like 10 to 15, and then they have to go to like a vending machine and restock.
Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, there needs to be now Molotov cocktail vending machines on Dalek ships for them to restock.
Naturally.
Yes.
In order to restock, yeah. 100%. Yeah, that's definitely, yeah. Well, do you know what? I'm confused, yet not disappointed.
Okay, Rob. You, for some fucking reason, have been selected to be the Doctor's new assistant. Which Doctor are you going to assist, and what episode would you like to be the assistant in?
Neither. I'm going to find Martha Jones and I'll be like, Martha, mate.
Marry me.
You don't know me.
What, you're not going to go for Amy?
Fucking Karen Gillan is a fucking goddess.
I know, but how much of a bitch was Amy?
Yeah, I know. But Martha is the strongest companion.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. And if you disagree with us, then that's okay. You're entitled to your wrong opinion.
Absolutely.
What's the question again?
Basically, you can choose which Doctor you want to be the assistant of, and a particular episode you'd like to be in, and what you'll do in that episode. That maybe another companion did differently.
Oh, okay. So it'd be David Tennant.
Okay. Which episode?
For Human Nature and Family Blood, because those...
Was that the Scarecrow people?
Yeah, it was. The best episodes in the entire Doctor Who.
So what are you going to do then?
They are together because they are, 2 parts episodes.
Okay, as the assistant, what are you going to do?
Well, what I'm most probably going to do is grab that fucking bitch, that little fucking kid, I'm like, bro.
Well, the little girl that gets possessed.
No, the little kid, the boy.
Yeah.
The boy. Latimer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know Latimer. Permission to give Latimer a beating, sir. Permission granted. Yeah, that guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Gonna grab the guy.
Was he the
I'm
one
like,
that was in
"Bruh."
like the First World War or something?
Yeah, he was, but he didn't know it at the time because he was in 1913, but then he opened the watch and then he saw his future in 1940. I'm like, bro, fucking stop opening that watch because then we can get the drop on the family blood. Just fucking follow me.
So your goal is a beeline straight to the watch to bring back the Doctor?
No, it's a beeline
Charming.
to grab the watch to stop Latimer from fucking all this everything up for everyone else.
I wouldn't say things got too out of hand.
But
Okay, there were the scarecrows and obviously the family. Those people got possessed. One was trapped in a mirror, one in chains, one... I forgot what happened to the other one.
you remember the big thing when they, kind of attacked the school and...
Yeah, one school.
What?
Well, this was a country that was about to face World War One. Like, this wasn't a big problem.
Yeah, but they didn't know it at the time. That was the whole point of the thing, is that they didn't know that World War One was going to happen.
I say that's lazy.
Yeah, but like, those kids didn't know that World War One was going to, happen.
Okay, so David Tennant, you're making a thing for the kid. Anything else as the episode carries on, or are you just going to see how it plays out?
Probably going to try and shag Martha, to be fair.
I don't think she was in that one.
Martha, yeah, 100% she was in that one.
Right, okay, fair enough.
She was 100% in that. Like she
It's been a long time since I watched that particular one.
Oh, bro, you gotta watch it.
Fair enough.
Martha is in that.
And you're just going to shag Martha.
Right. Yeah, she's hot as fuck.
No one at all is denying that.
No, exactly.
Okay.
And she is the best. I think we need to address the fact that she is the best fucking companion.
Well, I'm not majorly familiar with the current Doctor's companions. I was aware of...
No, don't fucking... Look, dude, you haven't watched the latest ones, and...
That's intentional.
Yeah, I know, and I'm envious of you, but Martha is a fucking solid companion. Solid companion, okay, because...
Captain Jack has left the chat.
Yeah, no, Captain Jack, dude, fucking... I watched the latest New Year's episode.
Was he in it?
Yeah, he was, and you can see in his eyes...
Oh, yeah, because he's immortal.
And you can see in his eyes that he is regretting what he did.
Well, we already know how he dies as the face of Bo, so...
Yeah, and if you thought Torchwood, he dies a lot. But the thing is, the point is that we're gonna go on to Jodie Whittaker and stuff like that, and I've not got a lot to say about Jodie Whittaker, but I've a big shit pile to say about Chris Chimpballs.
Fair enough.
Fuck that bitch. But...
So you're going to grab the guy and shag Martha. That's you as a Doctor Who companion.
No, I'm not going to shag Martha. I'm going to shake Martha by the hand and be like, yeah, you're the greatest companion.
Then shag her.
Well, only if it's consensual.
Of course.
Yeah, only if it's consensual.
It's 1913. Can't be that hard to pull.
Anyway.
Right, what you got for me?
What I got for you? Okay, so... Sorry, just cracking open another raspberry White Claw here.
Rob, you're almost suggesting that perhaps we intake alcoholic beverages while podcasting.
What? No. We never do that.
Of course not. This is a wholesome, classy production.
We're stone cold sober.
To say this shit, we'd have to be.
Okay, so Dylan.
Yes.
you know that the TARDIS has this very, very noticeable kind of auditorial sound that it makes.
Yes.
Right. If you were going to change said auditorial sound that the TARDIS makes when it announces itself, what would it be?
Freddy Krueger having an orgasm.
Okay, and okay, no, yeah, okay.
Did I answer that perhaps a bit too quickly?
No, but follow up question. What's that gonna sound like?
Bitch! As though every time the TARDIS lands, say it's like 200 BC or whatever, it's slowly fading into existence. Bitch! It's there.
There you have it, ladies and gents.
Freddy Krueger specifically, so I want Robert Englund to come back and voice that.
There you have it. That's what's gonna happen. And there's nothing you can do about it.
If you can think of a better noise, say in the comments, but that is the ultimate...
Oh, there are gonna be people that can think of a better noise.
Well, maybe a seal being murdered.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
my fucking god!
You're gonna make me crumb! I don't know.
Oh, stick it in my ass, you fucking cunt!
Maybe the sound oids make whenever they came together. Do you remember those when you were little? Those little magnets, oids.
Yeah, the oids noise.
Yeah, maybe those. That little sound you get when you run your hand across cellophane wrap.
That sounds like
that's it's just a really shrieking, high pitched sort of thing. Maybe the word moist, really elongated for people that really don't like the word moist. Yeah.
That'd be it.
But mainly Freddy Krueger having an orgasm, which, by the way, would be an awesome name for a metal band.
Freddy Krueger having an orgasm.
We're Freddy Krueger orgasm, and it's time to come. And they're all dressed in like striped jumpers with a hat on and everything. The guitarist doesn't.
I will rape you in my dreams.
The guitarist doesn't need a pick. He's got the claw glove.
Yeah.
Right, Rob. It's you. Let's say you're a Doctor Who writer.
Yeah.
You can create.
I'm gonna write way better than Chris fucking Chimp Balls.
You can
again. Fuck you, Chris Chimp Balls. Fuck you.
You have
piece of shit. I'm calling you out.
I'm gonna power through. You have the choice of Monster of the Week. What monster is the Doctor Who gonna face?
What do you mean?
Well, you know how sometimes Doctor Who episodes aren't always a narrative. Sometimes he just fights like Monster of the Week, like the werewolf or something like that.
Okay.
Or that guy that tried to make himself like just something, oh shit is weird, and then like a thing happens, like Monster of the Week.
Oh, I chose to make Monster of the Week.
Yeah. What's the Doctor gonna face?
Okay, so I make the Doctor face.
For example, the Peter Kay fucking Morbius thing
the fucking Absorbaloff. I will say that the Absorbaloff was designed by a child. Okay, the Absorbaloff was designed by a child.
A child I hope doesn't have a future.
No, well, it was designed by a child, so
I don't care. People still put money behind creating that.
Yeah, I know.
That's no excuse.
No, they did.
That got past a fucking board of directives and producers.
Yeah. No, they did. What I would do for a Doctor Who sort of one-time kind of alien.
Yeah.
Would be an alien that would clone itself.
What, like the Silence?
No, not like the science bit. This alien would clone itself from stuff that was important
Oh.
to certain people. Okay.
Oh, so like an emotional sort of
Yeah.
ditto.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It would clone itself that way.
So it's like, is it sort of like the movie The Thing, and it's slowly inhabiting the world, or?
Not quite like that, but it would clone itself of stuff that was important to certain people.
So like a woman's favourite vibrator.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Sure. It would clone itself in the way that it would stuff that's emotionally attached to the people. So, for instance, it would.
So it's definitely an alien.
It's not necessarily an. Oh yeah, I guess it is an alien, but it would clone itself.
I don't think Doctor Who's ever confirmed magic. He's always said it's some sort of psychic thing.
Yeah, unless you watch the latest season, which is fine.
Wait, they confirmed magic?
No, but they kind of did. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I would do something that would clone something in itself that certain characters had an emotional attachment to.
Right, and how is this thing a threat to the world that the Doctor needs to fight?
Well, here's the thing. It wouldn't necessarily be a threat to the world. It would be something that's just trying to survive. And by making itself into that sort of form, it would be able to survive. It wouldn't necessarily be like sinister or bad, but it would make itself kind of into that kind of form just so it could survive. It's not like a sinister kind of being.
Interesting. So perhaps it might mess with the Doctor by perhaps transforming into something significant to his past.
Yeah.
Like maybe his daughter's Teddy as a child.
Yeah, exactly, for sure.
That could be cool.
And it doesn't even...
Which Doctor do you want to give this episode to?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess probably the earlier ones.
What, like Tom Baker or that?
Tennant Smith.
Oh,
no,
right.
No, maybe Tennant Smith. I mean, obviously, I'm very much an Eccleston. He's been my first Doctor.
Eccleston's my favourite. We'll come to my least favourite later.
Oh, I love Eccleston. Yeah. But I would have sort of bits that would attach themselves that
okay, so why
certain characters would attach to, and that's what would make them be able to survive.
So to make this an episode, what threat is this thing to the Doctor?
It's not a threat, and that is what would make the story.
So the Doctor's not going to try and fight it?
No, he will try and fight it because it's.
So the Doctor will think it's a threat, but it turned out not to be.
Actually, it's not.
Oh, shit, so the Doctor's an asshole. You're going to make an episode where the Doctor's a dick.
Yeah, exactly. And I will subvert expectations.
Definitely give that to Smith then.
That's what I would do. Yeah.
Fair enough. And just curious, I don't know. I know you just come up with this on the spot. How do you know how the Doctor's going to defeat this thing?
That's his problem.
Fair enough.
That's his fucking problem, mate.
Right.
Fucking not. I'll be honest.
He manipulates the electromagnetic matrix to make it go home. Right then.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
God, the Doctor would be very good with the Conservatives. He just wants all these alien foreigners to go home.
Yeah, he'd also be good with the Labour Party. He'd promise them loads of shit and then... he just sort of...
I'm surprised UKIP hasn't used him on their banners. No to aliens.
No to aliens.
Right, what's your last one for me?
No, it's your turn.
I just asked you about your monster of the week.
Oh, shit, I did. Okay. What is your... part of a Doctor Who episode.
Sorry?
Part of a Doctor Who episode.
Right.
That has kind of invoked an emotional kind of response where you've actually been like, oh, that's quite deep. That's quite like interesting. Or that's that's like what is part of a Doctor Who episode for you that has invoked an emotional response?
I actually have an immediate answer for you.
Do you actually?
Okay, again, I'd like to step back. I've watched Doctor Who all the way since I first watched him when I was very young. It was Matt Baker was my first Doctor. I watched him onwards and all that sort of thing. And the thing that caught me was when they rebooted it with Christopher Eccleston. And it was when he first... I can't remember the name of the episode. When they first came across a Dalek. It was the one in the chains in that bunker in the future.
It's called Dalek.
And the thing that made me think like, oh shit, was Eccleston's response when he first came across that Dalek. I was like, I don't know just what to do. No, because the Dalek said, you and I are alike. I was like, and the Doctor first freaked out. I was like, you know what? We are the same. I don't know just what to do. Exterminate. And he goes to kill the fucking Dalek. Yeah. So to me, this is why Eccleston was my favourite Doctor.
He was trying to slay bodies, right?
That's the thing. To me, Eccleston really embodied the idea that the Doctor is like a former soldier trying to escape a horrible war by atoning for his horrible deeds through a lifetime of retribution. And he's been confronted with the exact embodiment of everything that destroyed everything he loved whole. And he fell back into that soldier. And he just, at that very moment, he allowed himself a little bit of revenge. Like, that was the Doctor when he was most at his human understanding. Like, he was just like, this fucking thing, this is the last one. Because as far as the Doctor knew, that was the last one. And there was just him. And that moment when the Doctor's like, exterminate, he didn't even, like, hesitate.
Yeah.
He was insulted at first when the Daleks said they were the same, and then he went from that straight to we are the same.
He was fucking ready to like kill his enemy.
Exactly. You know what? You're right. We are the same. I'm gonna end this war, and he went to kill it.
And that's the thing, though. It's like war. What's the point of war? You kill your enemies, and if your last enemy is there, you're gonna fucking kill him.
That's why I'm not a big fan of certain other Doctors. Because I think they lost the idea of why the Doctor exists doing what he does. This is someone that committed horrible war crimes in the Time War. And he spends the rest of his life, never carries a gun. He's sort of like someone that's been at war and then becomes a monk. He's ultimately, but he wants to spend the rest of his life doing only good things. And I think that was lost, but he carries this darkness with him forever.
Yeah, but I think that's like, in a way... That's like kind of thing is that he does that, but then he sort of kind of changes his ways. He's like, oh, I'm gonna not try and kill people. You know, he tries to, but then
I understand him not wanting to eventually, but I feel like he always has that darkness to him. Like Capaldi for me brought that back a little bit. We were reminded of his because the Doctor does have a dark side to him. For example, the David Tennant episode you mentioned before about the Scarecrow family, the Doctor can be fucking brutal.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of modern Doctor Who episodes, maybe with Matt Smith and the...
But he didn't kill him.
He
didn't kill him.
But that's the thing, the Doctor sometimes gives people fates worse than death.
Yeah.
The Doctor can be dark, and I often really worry that a lot of writers forget that and want to make him too kid-friendly.
Yeah, fucking... Yeah.
This is a cosmic being that, for all basic purposes, can be described as a god.
And there are people, I feel that we're going into the modern day kind of thing. There are people that, the Doctor can't be a woman. It's like, well, the Doctor is actually an alien. So, like, why the fuck does it matter? Like,
they've established other planets seem to have the whole male-female dynamic.
The issue is, and I think we need to address the elephant in the room.
Hello, Harold.
Fuck.
But just to end the questions bit, that would be my most significant moment. For to me, that when the Doctor was most relatable between his past and his present.
Yeah. 100%.
But elephant in the room?
Elephant in the room. Which I feel we need to address is the Chris Chimp Balls.
Okay, I'm in the dark about this name you keep bringing up, and I wanted to wait until now to ask you, what did this person do?
Okay.
Holy shit. You can't see it, guys, but he's looking really intense.
I'm looking really. Okay, so here's the thing.
He's put his White Claw aside. This is serious shit.
I've put my fucking White Claw aside. Here's the thing. There is Chris Chibnall, or as I call him, Chris Chimpballs, because he fucking sucks.
What did he do?
Okay, he destroyed Doctor Who, that's what he did.
Was he the one... Did he make a bad episode? Was he a writer?
He made...
Context, please.
Okay, so Chris Chimpballs, the first 2 series with Jodie Whittaker, he destroyed.
Oh.
He's the one...
He wrote them?
Yeah.
He wrote 2 series by himself?
And they sucked.
Fuck.
Now, I'm going to preface this with the fact that Jodie Whittaker was the first female Doctor.
Did she act it well, or...?
I know for a fact that Jodie Whittaker is a good performer. If you look at Attack the Block, if you look at Broadchurch, she is a good, fucking solid performer. Chris Chimpballs is not a good writer.
So it's sort of like Ben Affleck in the Daredevil movie. Good actor, shit writing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Jodie Whittaker has got a lot of undue hate. In my personal opinion, this is on the internet.
I was about to say, is this other than just internet trolls? Has the Doctor Who fan base themselves not warmed to
the
her?
internet Doctor Who fan base knows that the Jodie Whittaker Doctor Who episodes suck, and they do.
Just curious, was there any way for Jodie Whittaker, say she was busting out like Heath Ledger levels of acting, could she have saved those episodes?
No, because you can have a fantastic actor, but if the script writing is shit, then the script writing is shit.
And it wasn't like a room situation where it was so bad it's good?
No, it definitely was not.
Right. Can you give me an example of a particular Petruccius episode?
Yes, I can. So, Dylan, mate.
Yeah.
Did you know that racism is bad?
No, I don't think there's ever been any indication of that in my life. No one's brought that up once.
Oh, right. So you don't,
No, in culture, in history classes, in anything, media anything. No, no one's ever brought that up. No. It is. We're not meant to be racist.
Oh no, racism's bad, mate.
So your ordinary average person who does have the capacity for empathy and understanding
common thought
isn't meant to be racist.
Yeah, no. The average person, it turns out racism is bad. Huh. But there is an episode of Doctor Who where it is shoved down your fucking throat that racism is bad.
So not even a hint of subtlety.
Not even a hint of subtlety. The antagonist in said episode, you guys know the episode I'm talking about, is the Rosa Parks episode. Yeah.
Please tell me Rosa Parks wasn't an alien.
No, she was not.
Okay.
But she is in the episode.
Oh my god,
yeah,
they did an episode about Rosa Parks.
Yeah, no, they did. And they were like,
shit.
And then they had all the characters sitting in the bus that Rosa Parks was in.
The Doctor was on the bus?
Yeah, and so it was all her
Wait, so then she was at the front? The Doctor was willingly at the front of the bus during segregation?
Bruh. One of her companions, which by the way was the old white man, was sat in the front of the fucking bus during this episode. But fucking insulting. Fucking
Mate,
insulting.
we've had old white guys as a companion. Fucking Catherine Tate's.
Yeah, I know, but they decided to put Doctor Who companions into a fucking historical event of Rosa Parks. Fucking insulting.
Could you? Oh my fuck.
Yeah, I know. Fucking bad. Fucking bad, dude. But it does not stop there, my friend.
Please tell me
does
they
not
didn't do JFK shooting, did they? And she was the one driving the car and swerves to the left to avoid the bullet. Oh wait, no, she can't do that. Fixed point in time.
Bro. Doesn't stop there, my friend. Don't stop there, mate. Don't stop there, mate. Don't stop there, mate.
Please tell me she wasn't during slavery.
No, she wasn't. They didn't get the. But it doesn't stop there, mate. There was an episode.
Transgender person in the 1800s?
No, bro. No.
What?
There was an episode.
You're really building this up, man.
I am. Where there was a alien.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Called the Pyrotax or the Pyrosax or something like that.
Fire-based, I'm guessing.
Yeah. No. No. Not fire-based. No.
Okay.
Do you know where this alien came from? It came from all the plastic that people were dumping in the sea.
Oh.
Because guess what? Dumping plastic in the sea is fucking bad. Now, here's the thing. I wanna say something. Okay, I wanna say something. Politics in media is not necessarily a bad thing. But, and I want you to listen very carefully to this. Once your politics, they, once politics take over entertainment, that is where we are going to start having a problem.
Well, to be fair, a lot of entertainment shows like Mock the Week and all that often make jokes of politics and all that sort of thing. I'd say there's nothing wrong with a political message in a show, but
yeah, for sure, 100%.
I'd say such a lazy attempt at such a message is only a detriment to its message. Because first, from what I've heard, that only implies you don't respect your audience enough to let them notice any subtlety you could attempt. But it also insults the basic...
Here's my
people
issue.
To take you seriously, you have to be clever. There's no easy way about it.
This is my point, is that if your political point is at the expense of entertainment, then you're fucked up.
I absolutely agree. If you're absolutely...
Right? Otherwise it becomes a rant, and it becomes a fucking political...
PSA.
Yeah. All right?
That's not an episode, is it?
Yeah, no.
Doctor Who was hijacked by this agenda.
Yeah, and Doctor Who has done political stuff very well.
I'd agree.
All right? But Chris Chimpballs has fucked it up.
You know what I thought was a good example of a message? It was the episode in... believe it or not, I'm using Atkinson. I thought their episode, I think it was called Satellite 5. I thought that was a good little bit of almost like Black Mirror about people's dependency, almost like people's dependency to technology. Like that guy that let that technology open on his forehead and all that sort of shit. And the other episode about the people, but I think it was a Cybermen episode, they were all plugged in. Doctor Who's often very cleverly done satire about people depending on technology and how we're obsessed with that.
Yeah, exactly. But it's done in a way that
helps the episode.
It's done in a way, and they do not do it at the expense of entertainment.
You have the message help the episode, not the episode help the message.
And I want to say, Jodie Whittaker, she is a solid performer. If you watch Broadchurch, Attack the Block, she is a solid performer. She is good. All right, and she could do so much as the Doctor, and I do not think that she is the downfall of Doctor Who. Chris Chimpballs, however, Chris Chimpballs, you probably, Chris Chimpballs, look, dude, I don't know what you mean, but you should probably think about, killing yourself.
Christ.
Because you have killed Doctor Who. A life for a life. Jodie Whittaker is good. We know she's a good performer. Americans, you might not have seen Broadchurch because it is a British show. You might have seen Broadchurch. You might have seen all the
is it
British...
on streaming services? Or
it's on BBC iPlayer, I believe.
Oh, they probably wouldn't know.
Yeah, so maybe not. American viewers, you might not have seen all the stuff that Jodie Whittaker's been in, but you're going to have to take my word for it. She is a solid performer. Chris Chibballs, yeah, dude, I think you need to fuck off. I think that's the phrase.
Yeah, bring back the writer of The Empty Child and The Weeping Angels. We need their stuff back. But if there's one thing I'd like to touch on, what can we say is exactly our scariest Doctor Who episode ever?
Oh, mate, okay. For me, loads of people like to say it is The Weeping Angels. But those people are wrong. It is not that. It is those fucking gas mask fucking kids. The gas mask on... Jesus Christ.
The Empty Child.
The Empty Child and the Doctor Dances. Those 2 episodes. Jesus Christ. I watch a lot of horror movies. Okay? I do. But those 2 episodes, creep me out more than any horror movie just ever.
They were pretty creepy.
Oh, they were so creepy. And that's the thing. I think that's one thing that Doctor Who does the best. And Doctor Who has coined the phrase, I must say, Doctor Who has coined the phrase hiding behind the sofa. Because no one expects it to be scary. But with those episodes, it is creepy, it is scary, it is horror. It is a horror film, but I think that is what sort of gives it that little bit more of an oomph, is the fact that people are not expecting it to be scary. Because, like, when you go into the cinema or something, or you put, a horror movie into your DVD, you expect it to be scary. But with Doctor Who, you don't expect it to be scary. And then when it is scary, that's what sort of catches you off guard, and then it is scary. And
I remember this.
That is a fucking solid way of making people engage in the media that you are, putting out there.
Absolutely agree. I remember particularly with the second... You mentioned the Weeping Angels being crap. I remember the second episode they had them with that little forest area of them. And we've talked about this before. I think we were talking about horror and all that sort of thing. About the guy that was on the walkie-talkie, the Weeping Angels killed, and then he started puppeting his body. And when he finally alluded that, yes, sir, they snapped my neck a few minutes ago.
Oh, yeah.
That was fucking spooky shit.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't think the first Weeping Angel episode is fucking solid, because they introduced them, they made them very scary. The soundtrack and the music in that episode is so good. But they were overused because they were so popular, so loved, and so they were milked. And when you milk something that's good, they're gonna become kind of bad, and that's downfall.
When you get too much milk, you end up with cheese.
Yeah, exactly, and that was kind of a downfall. I think one of the things about the Weeping Angels was that you never saw them move until they had that episode with Matt Smith where you saw them move and you're like, well, then they've lost they've kind of lost, their sort of power, because you've seen a weeping angel move, and now you're like, oh, okay, well, I've seen him move, and now there's nothing. It's like horror movies. Once you see the monster, then they're not scary anymore. You know? Once you see the monster.
With certain ones, yeah. I'd say a lot of modern horror, that's a fact. I'd say you can show the monster, but you have to stay creative on how you keep seeing them.
Yeah.
Like, if you've seen them in a jump scare, that's one thing, but then you can see them, for example, like coming out of the... I'd say, for example, there were a lot of different times when Freddy Krueger was scary, because there were so many imaginative ways you could see him as a puppet, as ripping out someone's veins and all sorts of things. I say you have to remain creative. If you keep doing the same things someone has seen, that's not being scary.
And I think what's quite nice about going back again to my favorite is the human nature and family of blood. You never actually really see what those aliens look like.
No,
because they just possess the human forms that they possess, and I think that's what I really like, is that it's like that human kind of like, it's like the imagination. You don't know really what they look like. You just
especially curious they had to remain as them as well. When like Doctor put them in their little prisons.
Yeah.
Like the little girl in the mirror, the guy in chains. I can never remember the third one. What was his one?
Well, he was the scarecrow, and there was the woman that he chucked out of his cot.
Did he have to be a scarecrow forever?
Yeah, he did. But that's the point, is that the fact that he you never actually saw what the family of blood looked like. They were just those human forms that the Doctor, disposed of. And I think that's what's great about sort of human imagination, is that if you don't show them, then it's more mysterious, and people like that.
Absolutely. And we can also credit like the Doctor Who writers over the years, similar to like Game of Thrones, where they've had different writers for each episode. A lot of writers have turned in amazing content in terms of subtlety, message, and as well as character development.
There are some people, I mean, I guess Game of Thrones is a bit, it's a bit sort of kind of controversial in the fact that, the sort of the TV series took over, the sort of surpassed the books, didn't it?
Yes, cool. It had to. I think Doctor Who's been going on, 60 years now or something like that?
Yeah, but Doctor Who was never a book, was it? But
there's plenty of literature written about it now.
Yeah, well, it's Game of Thrones.
Have you read much of the literature or
of Doctor Who?
Yeah.
Well, do you know, I've actually been given a Joe Brooks. He gave me
colleague of ours.
Yeah. The novel of the Family of Blood, which was a fan fiction book, I believe, in itself, of that Family of Blood episode.
Yeah.
I've begun reading it.
I've been meaning to check out, mate. I bet there's a Doctor Who manga. Could you imagine a Doctor Who anime? That'd be fun. I'd watch a Doctor Who anime.
I reckon if you dig deep enough, there 100% is.
Well, depending on whether or not an animation studio would gain the rights. I don't know who owns the rights to BBC, to Doctor Who, whether it is the BBC or...
I believe it's the BBC, yeah. I
doubt they commission or allow anime to be made. An officially licensed thing to be made of it.
Again, going back to like the kind of latest Doctor Who, I feel the BBC are kind of sort of hanging on by their fingernails in a way.
Well, since they lost Downton Abbey, I don't know what they've got left.
Yeah.
No one watched Chris Evans's fucking Top Gear after the thingy's left and all that, so I don't know what BBC has left.
Oh, man.
But I want to quickly ask, we need to get to address the other elephant in the room. Rob, who's your favourite Doctor?
My favourite Doctor is Eccleston.
Eccleston, good choice.
Now, the reason for this, I love Tennant. And Tennant, he did a lot of series. Yeah, he is Scottish. Tennant did a lot of series.
That's a good English accent.
Yeah, no, he does. Tennant did a lot of episodes. Did a lot of great episodes. My favourite episodes, The Family of Blood and Human Nature, are my two favourite episodes too. But with Eccleston, he only did one series. But every single episode of Eccleston, I really like watching, and I've rewatched them.
So you say there's no one bad episode?
There's not a single episode of Eccleston that I do not enjoy. I love all of them. I really do.
Even the first one with
yeah, the first one is kind of cheesy. It's kind of corny, but there are bits in it where I'm just like,
how awesome would it have been if Eccleston had Martha rather than fucking Rose Tyler?
But I will say, okay, I will admit, watching the Eccleston episodes, I'm wearing some nostalgia glasses.
Even Cassandra?
I will admit, I'm wearing some nostalgia glasses.
I didn't like Cassandra that much.
No, not so much. But with the Eccleston episodes, I'm wearing some nostalgia glasses. But I always like going back to their episodes. Sometimes his episodes, sometimes I'm feeling a little bit down and stuff, and I'll put on an Eccleston Doctor Who episode, and it'll make me feel better, and I like it. And that's personal preference, but I like it. Eccleston was my first Doctor, and
did you ever go back and check out like Tom Baker and all that, or
no, I didn't.
Oh, fair enough.
And but the one thing I will say is why I like the previous sort of Eccleston Tennant, Smith, Parody, which Whittaker doesn't have, and it's not her fault. It's Chibnall's fault, Chimpball's fault, is that the music of Doctor Who used to be incredible. And the Daleks, they had their own theme music. So did the Cybermen. They had their own theme tune, and you heard it and it got you amped up for that alien and that enemy. But nowadays, it just doesn't, because they don't have the theme tune, because Sean Murray left, and now they're just done with generic shit.
I think the music with Tennant was good. I remember, especially the final episode with, I keep forgetting her name, Catherine Tate's character, Donna Noble. Yeah. I think the music there when the final episode, when she became the Doctor and all that, was pretty good.
Yeah, because they had their music, they had like theme music for people. They had theme music for characters. They had theme music for Donna. They had theme music for the Daleks. They had theme music for the Cybermen. They had theme tunes.
I'd say the most iconic
for everyone. But in this latest Doctor Who with Whittaker, they just don't have that. They have this generic kind of music. It's not even music. It's like a soundtrack that's just boring, and you don't care about the enemies, and that's what you need to do. Like hearing the Dalek soundtrack and the Cyberman soundtrack, that's what gets you amped up for the enemies, right?
How bad does Doctor Who have to fall when in previous seasons there was a Dalek with a little Union Jack on it asking if you'd like a cup of tea, and that was better?
Oh yeah, but that was a Smith one, and that was sort of like subversion of a Dalek.
I know, and we ain't got that much time left, so I want to quickly say I hate the Matt Smith Doctor.
Oh, yeah.
I think the Matt Smith... I haven't seen Jodie Whittaker. I haven't seen her episodes, so maybe, I don't know, maybe she's worse.
Don't worry, the Matt Smith ones are way better than hers.
Fair enough.
But it's not her fault, it's Chris Chimpball's fault.
And you might be saying, oh, I just haven't seen the episode where the Flugamoos were all Pagargle. I've seen so many... I've seen a lot of the Matt Smith episodes, and I actually liked a couple episodes. One of my favourite ones was actually the Asylum of the Daleks. I thought that was a really amazing idea. The idea that a Dalek went so insane that it thought it was human.
Yeah.
I thought that was actually a really fantastic idea, that a Dalek was that far insane. I hate how Matt Smith... And the way he exists betrays the idea of the Doctor. Because like I talked about earlier with Eccleston, the idea that I see the Doctor...
You think that Matt Smith betrayed the idea of the Doctor? You gotta fucking watch chimp balls shit.
With his fucking little bow tie, like...
Mate,
like Matt...
sweet summer child.
The way I watched the episode, and I was seeing Matt Smith approach a problem like a curious child discovering the colour blue for the first time. Oh, I say, this is rather fascinating. And you see Eccleston, and he'd be like, yes, this is a colour, but my family's dead. And maybe it's because Eccleston is closer to Batman, and I've got a massive hard-on for Batman. But personally, the way I enjoy the Doctor Who character is the idea of a former soldier trying to redeem himself through the horrible things he's done, through a lifetime of good deeds, but he's always haunted by his darkness, and he's always resisting the urge to return to being darkness. And then, picture me with that ideal, seeing this bow-tied, frilly-haired fuck talk about little cubes and flittering on about absolutely fucking nothing.
In a way, though, that's...
Matt Smith had no darkness to him, and for me, that betrayed the Doctor.
Do you not think? I think he did.
I think
he
tried to be intimidating, and it was like Boo from Monsters Inc. throwing a tantrum.
Well, no, I feel like he did. I feel like I feel like his whole kind of personality of trying to sort of deflect all the dark shit was sort of him just trying to like escape from all the dark shit that he'd done.
But I didn't see that. I see where you're coming from. The idea he's trying to ignore it by not talking about it.
Yeah.
But
he like fucking what's the fucking phrase? He
compartmentalized.
Yeah, compartmentalized shit. Right? So it's like he fucking locks shit away, and then he's like, oh yeah, I'm going to be this happy-go-lucky guy because I'm fucking trying to escape from all the fucking terrible shit that I've done.
You could justify that explanation if at any point there was a breakdown. Like like you're saying, he's bottling it up, he's trying to deflect, he's trying to ignore it. But the only natural conclusion to that, if it rises, then the pressure gets to a breaking point. But we never got that. He just always seemed to keep a lid on it.
He compartmentalizes well.
Exactly, but in terms of...
I think he's more of like a warrior than Eccleston was, because he like fucking shuts it down, doesn't it?
Well, that's the thing. Eccleston is a warrior that's returned from war.
Yeah, well, so is Matt Smith, but like Matt Smith, he's like the fucking guy that he like fucking he bottles up, he fucking shuts shit down, and he's like... It's because like he's been to war, and he is Eccleston and Tennant and he's been to war, and he's like, I don't want to fucking like, if I fucking think about this shit, or if I sort of let this kind of idea come into my personal life, then I'm just gonna fucking break down. I'm not gonna be able to be the Doctor anymore.
I struggle to at least make an episode where it looks like he's struggling to contain it, at the very least. Even if it doesn't break out and he breaks down and shoots his companion, show us a moment where it looks like he's at least struggling to deflect, where it's really obvious that he's trying to hide. Which, in a way, that has been argued against the Doctor. He's running from his past and all that.
Oh, yeah.
The one time
I mean, that's always been a thing, though, hasn't it?
And the one thing I saw an episode of him having to confront that, I think it was one of those anniversary specials, because it actually mentioned every Doctor helping along. It involved Matt Smith, David Tennant, and the really old guy. And that actually... Yeah, and it was the whole thing about having to make that choice to end so many lives and all that sort of thing. And by the end of the episode... They use like stock footage from every incarnation of the Doctor. Apparently Eccleston refused to be involved in it, so they had to use stock footage of him like doing TARDIS stuff. And that was the only time I'd ever seen Matt Smith acknowledge that the Doctor actually does have a difficult past. I've watched so many episodes of him, and it's just like a clown, and it really bugs me because I really respected Eccleston and Tennant, who had this darkness, charm, and character to them, and then it comes to Matt Smith, and it's just this bow-tie dipshit just wasting time.
But I don't think he is, though.
I understand where you're
I
coming
think
from,
the
but
thing
I
is,
just didn't see it.
I feel that I really think that Matt Smith, he's like the reason why he is kind of has that personality is because he's the one that's trying to just forget about the shit he's done.
But it was never addressed. Like Eccleston with his hatred of that was addressed. Like he had to learn that he was wrong to think the way he did. Even Tennant went through character development. I can't think of a single like opinion the Matt Smith Doctor had changed.
Yeah, but I think that's sort of the point is that he just ignores all his like problems because he's like a bit like he is a bit of a coward.
Okay, but then surely for narrative purposes, you could argue that if you're going to have a series around that personality, he has to grow and change somehow.
Yeah, but you think about that like with like soldiers and stuff is that like it takes a lot of time to some of them like never do it.
Well, that was the whole point of the Doctor. Obviously, he can't go to therapy, but him spending the rest of his life helping the universe was his way of atoning. And I just didn't get that from Matt Smith. I didn't get atonement or a retribution or any sort of righting the wrongs from Matt Smith. David Tennant, absolutely. Again, Eccleston, like at the end when he's about to die and the giant Dalek Emperor says, "Are you a coward or killer?" And he says, "Coward," every time and all that sort of thing. That for me was was such a journey from when he first started and he was ready to kill the Dalek. But Matt Smith had no journey.
But is that true though?
What do you mean?
Like Eccleston say coward any day. It's like, is that necessarily true? He could have lied. He could say, yeah, no, I'm a coward. But he knows that destroying the Daleks,
I think
he can lie to the Daleks, which actually means that he's ready to fucking slay bodies.
But that's the thing. His option at the moment, he had to wipe out every life on Earth to stop them becoming Daleks. And even though he knew that was the fate they were intended, he couldn't bring himself to end that many lives. Not after the Time War, where he had to do that before.
But he had to...
He knows how it feels to make that choice, and he couldn't bring himself to do it again, so he acknowledged he was a coward.
Well, he said what he had to say in order to destroy the Daleks, though.
Well, he had no idea Rose was going to turn up and Deus Ex Machina just wave around and the fucking thing. I think he was being genuine. He was like, he accepted he was about to die.
Yeah.
He stepped away from the switch and was like, am I to become one of your angels? The Doctor will be exterminated. And it's like, all right then. I'm not going to die being a killer. I'm going to die being the Doctor. And I could never see Matt Smith having that dilemma personally.
Yeah.
Capaldi was good though. Capaldi, I thought, was a return to form. Return to the idea of someone struggling with their past while making good decisions. Personally.
Yeah. I felt Bill was also good as a companion. But the one thing I will say is that we did not need to be... And this is not the fucking SJW, anti-SJW rant, but we did not have to be reminded every 5 minutes that Bill liked girls.
Give it a year, Doctor Who will have a transgender companion.
But the thing is like, I don't fucking care. The point is, if you're like I don't mind, media and film and entertainment having a political sort of slant to it.
Right.
However, if your political agenda overshadows entertainment, that's where there is a problem.
And you felt that was there in Capaldi as well?
No, I didn't think that was there in Capaldi. I just felt it was like, yeah, I get it, Bill, you like girls. That's cool. However, you don't need to say it in every single fucking episode of Capaldi. Because, funnily enough, I don't know if you know this, but gay people in real life, their sexuality is not their personality.
That is such an amazing nail on the head there. I think, to be honest, what you said is a big problem with how gay people were perpetuated in the 90s. That obviously Hollywood in the 90s wanted to make up for so many decades of homophobia that whenever they wrote a gay character, they were so overly proud of the fact they were gay. They would announce it to the room whenever they came in. Hello! And I think
exactly.
after the 2000s, we're still trying to get past that. The idea that gay people are just people. They're not walking, talking musical theatres.
I know, like, I know, believe it or not, I know, like, quite a lot of gay people. I also know a couple of trans people. And, you know, the thing is, like, these people... I really hate the fact, and they also hate the fact, because I've spoken to them, they hate the fact that sort of media puts it, it's like, oh, my sexuality or my identity is, like, that's what makes my character in media. It's like, no, that's not how it goes.
These people just eat pizza, drink water, and play Call of Duty like fucking anyone else.
Exactly. And I think there are two wonderful characters in modern day media, I will say. This is sort of going off from Doctor Who, but I think it's relevant. If anyone's seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Captain Holt. Okay, he is a gay police captain, but he's a police captain that happens to be gay.
I think it's fair to point out he's also a black gay police captain. So so as a character, he's acknowledged he's faced a lot of adversity.
But the thing is, that's not his personality. No. He is a police captain who happens to be gay.
And is very deadpan, and we love it.
And then, if anyone's seen BBC's Ghosts, there is a military captain, and you need to watch this. He's 100% gay. Yeah. He's definitely gay, but he is a military captain who happens to be gay. Okay, his personality is not that he is gay, and that is what. Because I mean, let's be like we know lots of gay people because we've done performing arts, right?
We're in show business. Yes, we know.
We know like quite a lot of gay people, and. For me personally, I know lots of gay people that hate the fact that there's this gay stereotype that everyone is like, really flamboyant and stuff. It's like, no, that's
but to be fair,
not true.
Some gay stereotypes do exist, and there are some gay people that are insanely flamboyant, but they're still people as well. Yeah, they go home and maybe they'll watch Will and Grace, but they'll still eat a pizza. And they'll do other things. But it's when you apply that to everybody. It's the exception that doesn't define the rule. The gay stereotype does exist, but they're a minority. They're not everybody. Every straight person is not... And I actually love this, the idea that every straight stereotype actually... That was a Simpsons episode when Homer was afraid Bart was gay, so he took him to a steel mill.
Yeah.
Really manly. It turned out to be really... Like, every straight stereotype, when you think about it, is really gay. Like, really buff dudes chopping wood, meat and all that. It's just really gay.
Yeah. Like
probably comes from Greek stuff and all that, but...
Yeah.
I love that.
But I feel like... So going back to the
episode with Bill,
the kind of episode is that that's the sort of one is that like you don't.
I know one of those things that's shoved in your face.
Yeah, it's like if you
poor choice of words.
If you, it's like if you're, it's fine having political stuff, but if your political kind of ideals are at the expense of entertainment, you gotta fucking rethink shit. But Bill is a good companion. She is solid with Capaldi. All right.
Sorry, go
on. There are some... You gotta have moderation. Because otherwise, if there's too much politics in entertainment, you're going to turn people off.
Yeah, you're going to drown out the reason they tuned in for.
Yeah.
That's why it has to be a theme.
Yeah.
If you're going to have a
And-
message, that needs to be a theme,
Yeah,
not a character.
Yeah, it's like, and when people say, "Oh well, the Doctor can't be a woman," it's like, yeah, you do know the Doctor is a fucking alien,
But
right?
canonically, doesn't he have like a wife and kids?
Yeah, but going on to what they did in the last sort of season, you do not need to destroy the past in order to make a good future, which they tried to do.
Would you agree then that maybe James Bond could be a woman?
Sure.
I won't
I
lie.
don't fucking care. Like, if it's a good film, it's a good film.
You could
Right.
argue that would be the most ingenious, because if every other enemy agent is looking for a James Bond, no one's looking at a woman, are they? It's like the ultimate spy.
Yeah.
No one's going to suspect
And again,
a woman of being
that's the
called
whole
James.
that's the whole thing, isn't it? It's like 007. 007 is a spy. 007 doesn't necessarily need to be a man. It's an agent, isn't it? But
I guess given her work on Black Widow, maybe Scarlett Johansson could play that.
yeah, but it's like much like with things like Doctor Who. There's the whole thing. It's like, oh, the Doctor can't be a woman. It's like, well, the Doctor's an alien, and
But they have shown genders all throughout the galaxy, like male and female.
Yeah, they have, and Doctor Who's got loads of strong female characters in it throughout.
Yeah, absolutely.
Again, as long as it's done well, then I feel that you can do it.
Well, yeah, we don't want to fall into stereotypes. The Doctor's trying to get a screwdriver the sonic screwdriver out of a handbag, and she can't find it.
Yeah. Yeah. But going on to the, I mean, you haven't seen the recent the New Year's episode of Doctor Who.
I'm afraid not. No.
But they've had.
What happened in it, Rob?
Well. Oh my god! Where the fuck before I start with this one?
Do you even enjoy Doctor Who anymore?
No, do you know what? I actually fucking don't.
You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
The only reason why I watched this New Year's episode of Doctor Who is so I could chat shit about it.
I did like the one. I don't know how many years ago this one. There was a giant Cyberman. It was like 50. It was like the Iron Giant, but it was like a Cyberman. It was this woman. It was a Christmas episode. It's like Victorian. I can't remember.
Okay, well, that episode was a masterpiece compared to what I'm about to fucking tell you about, mate.
There's going to be a transgender, gender fluid Dalek. I'm calling it now.
The thing is that I don't even fucking care about like the politics in Doctor Who. Like the recent ones. I don't even care about that. Because the politics are not the worst thing about it. The worst thing about it is the storytelling. Okay, so Dylan, mate, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Is this really going to top Rosa Parks?
Oh.
Oh, God.
Oh,
the look he gave me.
You fucking sweet son of fucking child.
How do you go above that?
Listen to me.
Okay.
Okay, so imagine that Daleks have infiltrated Earth. Right?
Okay.
They've infiltrated Earth. Okay, and everyone thinks that Daleks are great. They've infiltrated Earth. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How do you think you'd get rid of those Daleks?
I can't. Their shield's impenetrable. And...
No, wrong. No. Do you know what you do?
Well, you shoot them in the eye, I guess.
No, you don't. You get more Daleks to kill those Daleks.
I guess other Daleks have in previous seasons shown to be like, for example, I think it was a Matt Smith episode. They brought in like some like the Golden Age Daleks, and they saw the modern ones and killed them.
Bruh. You get those Daleks to kill all of those Daleks, but then you're like, oh no, all of those Daleks that came in, no, they'll definitely not want to kill. The rest of humanity because
What?
That's what Daleks do, isn't it?
Yeah, Daleks want to eradicate anything that's not Dalek.
Yeah, exactly. So you have these group of Daleks, and then you call in loads of more Daleks. That's what the Doctor does. She's like, do you know how you kill Daleks? You call in more Daleks to kill those Daleks, and then those Daleks definitely won't kill the rest of humanity.
Wait, I'm not even sure the Dalek laser can penetrate their own shield.
Oh, no, it can. Do you know why? Because plot device.
What about all the little balls on the Dalek?
Plot device, mate.
Wait.
No. Fuck all anything that you thought you knew, because Chris Chimpballs fucking doesn't care about anything before that.
So this is literally fighting fire with fire.
Oh, mate. Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
Wow.
So there are Daleks killing Daleks. Oh, also, do you remember? And I don't know if you do, but the Doctor at the beginning was trapped in this really high-tech prison. You know, sort of universal prison.
Okay.
Do you know how she got out? Because Captain Jack apparently suddenly met her, despite never having seen what she looks like. Right? He doesn't know what she looks like, but apparently he kind of does. He has this little thing that apparently he managed to smuggle in, this little kind of force field ball, and then they managed to escape prison. No problem at all. It's fine, dude. They could just escape.
Right.
And then they meet their three friends that have no personality. And also do nothing.
Right, okay.
And then there's this one dude. Have you seen Misfits?
Yes.
What's his name?
Nathan?
No. The runner. The sprinter.
Oh, the black guy. Yeah, I know him.
Yeah. He's in it.
Right.
And then a Dalek does a fucking alien face hugger thing. Takes control of him.
Wait, he jumps out of his ship?
No.
So, the squid thing jumps out of the Dalek onto it.
No, because... Oh, mate. What's his name? What's that dude's name in Misfits?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed.
He manages to grow a Dalek because he's really smart.
Wait, like that one Dalek in that episode that was part human?
Yeah, because he's really smart. And then he fucking tries to destroy it, but then the Dalek fucking does a face hugger thing on his face and then starts controlling him somehow, because apparently that's what Daleks do now. And then start cloning Dalek. Mate,
That's not how they worked. They were...
Yeah, no, it's not how they work. But Chris Chimpballs is a fucking idiot. Okay, I'm explaining this bad, but the point is, the way that I'm explaining this is not as bad as the episode actually is. My explanation is more coherent and makes more sense than the fucking shit that Chris Chimpballs has fucking done.
Wow, so Doctor Who did turn into Game of Thrones, and it became...
No, because Game of Thrones was once good.
That's what I'm saying. Doctor Who was once good, and now it's become season 8.
No. Bruh.
Worse? Worse than Game of Thrones season 8.
This is not even a bold statement. Yeah, no. Fucking... No, dude, this would be funny if it wasn't true. Fucking legit.
What happened?
Mate, Chris Chimpballs, he's a fucking idiot.
And despite all of this, like you said, he's written quite a lot. He's still going as the writer? Is this a contract thing?
Yeah. Jodie Whittaker is leaving as the Doctor.
Probably sick of everyone saying how shit she is.
But the thing is, she's not shit.
Well, yeah, we know that, but idiots
She's a solid performer. She's a solid performer. In Broadchurch, Attack the Block, she's a solid performer. But Chris Chimpballs is a fucking retard.
Christ.
And he's the one that needs to go. if they got good writers, Jodie Whittaker would be great.
Could you imagine Johnny Depp as a doctor?
Oh my god.
I'd watch that.
Oh, I'd fucking watch that 100%. Also, fuck you, Amber Heard, you little fucking cunt.
Sorry, Rob, but she will only ever forever be referred to as on this series as Amber Turd. I will accept nothing else.
What about Amber Cunt?
Okay. But nothing, either that or Amber Turd.
Amber Turd, you're a cunt.
Yes, fuck you.
Yeah. Actually, no, I wouldn't even fuck you.
I won't lie, Johnny Depp as a doctor would be pretty fucking good.
Can you imagine Johnny Depp as a doctor?
And Helen Bonham Carter as an assistant.
Oh my god.
Holy shit, how much of a good assistant would she be on the Doctor Who?
Except, no, fucking, what's his name? What's the dude? Tim fucking... Who's the guy?
Was this Mickey?
No. The guy that does all that. Fucking Johnny Depp.
I'm sorry?
And the shit. The director. Tim
Burton?
Yeah.
Oh, well, he can't be in it.
Oh, no. He can't direct. He'll make it gay. Shit. I mean, he'll make it shit.
I won't lie, after the last two Alice in Wonderlands, I've lost a lot of faith in Tim Burton.
I lost a lot of faith in Tim Burton after he cheated on Helena Bonham Carter, to be fair.
Madman.
Yeah, no. Fucking idiot. Anyway, what were we talking about? We're talking about Doctor Who.
We still are,
yeah, we still are.
Let's finish it with... Okay, we've just said Johnny Depp, but if you could choose we'll finish this each. Any other actor to be the Doctor and their assistant, who would you pick?
Okay, for the Doctor, Cillian Murphy.
Ooh, that's an interesting choice.
Yeah, Cillian Murphy for the Doctor.
Do you think he can be erratic?
No, but that's not the point. He doesn't need to be erratic. He would be his own thing, so it would switch it up.
Okay.
Okay, it would switch it up.
I'm with you.
Forget him. And then the next for the companion.
Yeah, who's Lee Murphy's companion?
The companion. This might be a little bit of a weird one. People might think this is a little bit weird, but I would have Millie Bobby Brown.
Oh.
Okay, so we have Cillian Murphy, old fucking war veteran. Okay?
Right.
Millie Bobby Brown. Fucking that kind of yeah, she's young, okay? But there would be the sort of father-daughter companionship between the two.
I would say I prefer that with the Doctor than the idea of a love interest.
Yeah, no, 100%. It would not be a love interest, but it would be, sort of father-daughter kind of relation.
Yeah.
Relationship, right?
Okay.
Interesting. But what I would do is that I would not just have those two. I would have someone else. Like I would have like a father figure again.
Yeah.
That would sort of accompany, the sort of younger Millie's a character.
Yeah.
Or whatever. There was also like up for like adventure and stuff, and therefore they're both kind of on the same level because having an old guy and like a teenager and shit like traveling together, that's kind of weird. But then you at least have like sort of the father character, and having two companions is not a bad thing. All right, providing you do the script right. Whereas if you've done what fucking Chimp Balls has done, he's got fucking 3 characters, 2 of them are really shit, and he got rid of the best one, which was Graham, and it fucking sucks. So fucking write the script right.
Fair enough.
Fuck you, Chimp Balls.
Right, if I had to pick a favourite, if I had to pick a new actor to be a Doctor, this might sound a bit weird because he's quite old, but I think it would add a bit more classiness back into Doctor. Ian McKellen. He's not Magneto anymore. He has the free time. I would love to see Ian McKellen, Gandalf, be the Doctor. And his companion, again, he's a bit older, Andy Serkis.
Oh, really?
I think, I know that's a little bit old manish, but I have a feeling that those two would have a very interesting dynamic working off each other, because Andy Serkis can be an absolute charismatic delight, as we've seen with Claw and all that sort of thing. And he's very versatile. And Ian McKellen...
And Tintin.
Exactly.
As Captain Haddock, he's fucking solid.
And Ian McKellen has this sort of authority. He's almost like Charles Dance in a way, or the guy that plays Tywin Lannister.
Yeah, that's Charles Dance.
Charles Dance. Who was I thinking of? Who played Count Dooku?
Oh, Christopher Lee.
Christopher Lee. Has a sort of Christopher Lee or Charles Dance vibe to him. One of them could be a pretty good Doctor. But maybe they're a bit too on the nose. I would have said if he wasn't dead, Snape could have been a good Doctor. Alan Rickman could have been a good Doctor. But no, definitely Ian McKellen with an Andy Serkis assistant. Maybe have a little monkey psychic. I don't give a fuck. But definitely Andy Serkis, Ian McKellen.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a fucking comic relief parody, put those two in there.
To be fair, I think that'd be fun, cool.
Ever seen the Rowan Atkinson Doctor Who parody?
No.
It's an old comic relief sort of thing. Rowan Atkinson actually plays the Doctor, and he goes against the Master. It's like, but 10 minutes before this, I went back in time and did this. I knew you do that. So 10 minutes before you did, I went back. It's actually really funny if you get a chance.
Yeah.
But no, that'd be mine. But
that's fine.
I think it's quite justifiable that this has been a bit of a long one, but Doctor Who deserves it.
We've chatted a lot of shit.
If you disagree with me and Rob, if you hate the fact that I dislike Matt Smith, comment below your favourite Doctor, who you think would be your best Doctor, or your favourite assistant. Comment down below. We would love to hear it.
Exactly. No, we should. And we will revisit Doctor Who, I feel.
Yeah, this is not over.
Yeah, no, this shit ain't over, mate.
We barely covered Tennant.
Oh, yeah.
We focused a lot on Eccleston, Matt Smith, and we really neglected Tennant and Capaldi, I'd say.
Yeah, and if you've been listening to us for, I guess, the first 5 minutes, you will know that we chat a heck of a lot of shit.
Or if you just skipped right to the end just to put a comment on, hello.
And, well, then you're braver than most.
If you've made it this far, then you are clearly a dedicated fan, and I love you.
I also love you.
At this point, we're up to probably 22 plus hours of absolute bullshit.
Story of our lives.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
In the meantime,
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm not. It's better to ask for a forgiveness than permission, but I don't ask for either.
Yeah, no. I mean, because I have sex with deaf people, so it doesn't matter.
It's hard to sign language more in doggy, I bet.
Oh no! I don't know sign language.
I wonder if that's deaf people have to do missionaries so they can see each other's sign language, their moment to orgasm. Mine is sign languaging. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes.
Yeah, what the fuck is I'm gonna come in sign language?
Comment down below. What's that?
Mate, those motherfuckers can't hear us. I don't know.
They can turn on captions and readers. Oh my god, could you imagine someone transcribing our bullshit?
I can, and I'm gonna just I see us both in quarters. It's like, yes, no, we did technically say that, but think of the context.
A stenographer trying to...
No. So you said that Chris Chibnall should go and kill himself. Yes, but think of the context.
Rob, you've lost us the case after yes.
But think of the context. Think of the context.
But in all, Doctor Who it doesn't even need our validation. Doctor Who is a timeless, awesome science fiction classic that will outlive us all.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's brought people a lot of joy throughout the years, and I hope will bring joy to people throughout the years in the future.
Multiple
as well.
generations have
Through
been able
time.
to love this.
And space.
Absolutely.
Exactly. And you have been listening to Living and Garfin.
Laughing on a Thread.